Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum student. How are you all? I hope so. You will fine and okay. Today the topic we are going to discuss is grammar topic number 3, preposition. Preposition, a word used before or a place of a noun. A word that is used before a noun or it shows relation with another noun is called preposition. The difference between preposition or adverb. There is a difference between the both preposition and adverb. Sometimes same word sometimes works differently in a same sentence. For example, you can see on a slide, he goes into the office. Now here in this sentence, the word into, which is a preposition, and the next word, the office, which is a noun. And it is must, according to the rule of grammar, that there must be a noun after a preposition, then it will be called a preposition. In the next example, you can differentiate between the both, like he goes in. There is no noun after the word in. Now here, the same word in can be used as an adverb. Now here, you can differentiate by the example easily. Let's see the next slide. There are some rules to use preposition. Preposition can be used before a noun. Preposition can be used before a pronoun, as well as before the gerund, as well as before the phrase and clause, etc. Now look at the slide. Example number 1. The cat ran under the car. Now in this sentence, you can get it, the word under, which shows the direction. It is a preposition. Now the car word has been used, as you know that it's a noun, name of a thing. Now example number 2, Ali sits beside me in class. Now here, beside words can be used as a preposition. Me, indirect object or a noun. In the class is a noun. Example number 3, he told joke without laughing. Now here you can underline word, you can imagine, you can guess that the underlined word without, which is a preposition, and the verb plus ing, laughing. Laughing is a gerund. It's also a form of a verb. Gerund is a form of a verb. Now in the next example, we drove the car to the lush green field. Now here too, which has been used, the preposition of direction, which show the direction, and the lush green, as you know, it's a phrase. In the next last example, you can easily get it that a preposition can be used before a clause. The book is about. Now here the word about is a preposition, and the next word which is started after about, where the dinosaur laid their eggs, this is a clause. Now to can be used as an infinitive, and infinitive mean when we use the first form after to, then it will be called infinitive, not preposition. Next one, use of preposition. How and when we have to use preposition. Preposition can be used to show the location. Preposition can be used direction. It also can be used to mention time, and for the verb, phrasal verb. Now there are 3 words in English grammar, in, on, at, that can be used for the location. Like, she is in the school. She is sitting in the library. The book is on the table. He is knocking at the door. Now, these words can be used to mention, to show direction as the preposition of direction. These words are called preposition of direction. In, into, on, onto, to, towards. Now, the preposition of time, like in, on, at, within, by, for, since, during, from, and to. And the last one, at, for, with, of, and about can be used as the prepositional verb. Next one. Now here we will get to know, students, that how to use the preposition of location, and the which word in English grammar that are called preposition of location. Now there are three words which can be used as the preposition of location. Number one, on. On is word which can be used to show the relationship, the when some noun is touching to the surface. Like it tells us that the following noun is located on a surface used on when one thing is attached to or touching something. For example, when we say the book is on the table. Now here the book is touching to the surface of the table. And the second one, when we can say that the boy is standing on a floor. Now here the noun, the boy who is standing on a floor, now he is touching to the floor, the surface of a floor. In the third one, you can get it by the slide. She is sitting on the chair. Now she is sitting on a chair. Now here you can get it easily, you can understand it easily by the example that she is sitting on a chair. Now she is sitting on the surface of the chair. Now we will use on here to as a preposition of surface. Now I have mentioned here one pic for you. You can easily understand by this pic. Now here one cat with a ball. Now ball is on the floor and the cat is on the ball. Now here it shows that ball is just on the floor. It is touching to the surface of the floor, and the cat, which is the surface of the ball. Now you can get it easily. Then when and where we have to use the preposition on. Next one, that how and when we use preposition in. Very easy. That in preposition in can be used for the enclosed area. When someone is in the boundary wall, when someone is inside a building, it tells us that noun is an enclosed space, surrounding or closed off or on sides. Basically, when something is inside something, we can say that somebody or something is inside a building, inside a boundary wall. For example, in a box, in a room, in a country, like the bee. Yeah. Now look at the pic. Now here a bee, an insect. Bee is inside the box. The bee is in a box because there is a boundary wall around it, and now it is inside the box. We will use here the preposition in. He lives in a country. Easily can we get it? Now the next one. He is sleeping in a room. In this example, you can easily get it that the boy or the girl forever, he or she is sleeping in the room, inside a building, inside a specific area. When we focus on the location, we use preposition in. Now the third one, at, where. We have to use the preposition at. The preposition at will be used for the specific point, to mention a particular point. It tells us that the following noun is located at a specific point or location. It shows an exact position. Now, for example, she is waiting at the entrance. You can get it by the example I have given a pic for you, that you can see it. Concentrate on the pic and you can get it, understand it easily, the usage of preposition at. Now, suppose, for example, you can say the boy is waiting for me at the bus stop. He is knocking at the door. She is at the library. Now here, in these three examples that I have mentioned for your understanding, that easily you can get it that I have mentioned here the specific and particular points. Next one. Now another preposition, which is called the preposition of direction. These words can be used for the preposition of direction, which shows movement to a surface. Preposition on and onto, in and into. These words can be used as the preposition of direction, which shows the movement. When and how we use, I will make it easy for you by the example that when and where we will use these words on and onto. These words look same, but there is a lot of difference the usage. Now here, these two words, the preposition of direction These can be called the preposition dynamic preposition, as well as we can say these preposition dynamic preposition. Now the example. Look at the example and get it. The cat jumped onto the sofa. And the second example, the cat lay on the sofa all afternoon. Now the structure of a sentence having the same sense. The structure is same, the wording is same, but a lot of difference. The usage of preposition you can see here, that is a different. Why I have mentioned and used different preposition? Now get it. The cat jumped onto the sofa when I have mentioned onto, because the cat here shows movement, because the cat is moving from one place to another. She is jumping from one place to another. Now here when a noun or a thing which shows movement, we will use preposition onto. But the second example, now the same structure but difference of preposition. Why? The cat lay on the sofa all afternoon. Now here cat is just lying on a sofa. She is not showing any movement. Here we will use preposition on. Now look at the first one pic where the boy is trying to jumping, and the second chair where the boy is just standing. Now you can get it easily, students, that in the one pic, look at the pic that where the boy is jumping. I have mentioned by the right arrow. Now in the first pic where the boy is trying to jumping onto the chair. Now here we will use preposition onto, because the noun the boy is showing here movement. When the noun or a noun shows movement from one place to another, we will use the preposition onto. But in the second chair, you can look at the chair, second pic where the boy is just standing on a chair. Here we will say that the boy is standing on the chair, because the noun the boy is not showing any movement. Same I have given another example of a ball, and now here the ball is going to be thrown from one place to another. We will use preposition onto. When just the ball is on the box, we will say the ball is on the box. Now in the next slide. Now in the next guys, at versus in. How and when we will use at and in. I have given two examples for your convenience. Now example number 1, she's at the library, and example number 2, she's in the library. Now I have circled both the preposition at and in words. Both words are preposition. Same structure. It looks same but having difference. How? She's at the library. When we will focus, when we will emphasize on the location, destination, we will use preposition at, because here in this sentence our focus is on the location, the where she is. The emphasis is on her location and the type of place she has gone to. But when we focus on the building, that where she is, when the emphasis on the type of building, she is inside. She is in the library. Now here in this sentence our focus is on the building. When we focus, when we emphasize on the building, we will use that some noun is inside something, that there are many rooms in the building. But I say here that she is in the library. I have now I have mentioned the preposition in, but I have mentioned when specifically that she in a school, there is different rooms, but she is in a specific point, a particular room. She is at the library. Now I have given or used here the preposition at. Student, now you can get it by these example. Under, I put an egg on the kitchen table. The paper is on my desk. I am currently staying in a hotel. Hasnain is waiting for you at the bus stop. Now here bus stop is a specific place, a particular point where I have mentioned for and at both are preposition, but at for the specific point. I live on the 7th floor at 21 Oxford Street in London. Now both the three word Here I have used as a preposition on, at and in. On for the surface, at to mention address, in inside. Now here, students, look at the right side. Here I have given you a chart that I have given you different preposition and I have distributed according to their usage. You can get it easily, you can use it according to their usage in their proper places. That these preposition, which are the preposition which shows the point, enclosed space, and the preposition which can be used for the surface. Next one. As I have mentioned, now repeatedly, I want to mention you that these three words can be used on, in and at. On for the surface, in enclosed area when a noun is in a boundary wall, inside a building, then we will use preposition in. And the last one repeatedly, as I have my previous, in detail I have mentioned in my previous slide, point. At can be used for the specific, for a particular point. Next. In the next one, as we have learned and I have explained that what are the preposition of location, what are the preposition of direction. Now here the time to learn that what are the preposition of time. Now here in, on, at, that can be used as the preposition of point time, to mention point time. For example, my birthday comes in January. I will celebrate my birthday on Saturday. He lives at New York Street, and the next extended time, during, by, from, till, within, far and since. Since for the started specific point, when it started and when it ended can be used. You will know that I have given in right side a chart that at, on and in. At, we will use at. He walk at night. I will reach here at 7 o'clock. She will go to airport at 6:35 p.m. She's at holidays. She will come at Christmas. When we just mention a name, holiday, Christmas, then we use for the specific, we will use at. But when we mention with the Christmas a day, like Christmas day, I will come on a Christmas day. When we will mention a day with the Christmas, then it will be wrong to mention preposition at with the Christmas day. Just when we will mention I will come here on Christmas, then I have to use here preposition at. But when we will say that I celebrate Christmas day, when we add with the Christmas a day, then we have to use preposition on. Like I will come here on Christmas day, not at Christmas day. You can get it. Now the next one, on. I will complete my task on Monday. For the dates, we can use also on. She is completing her task on the 5th of June. He will come here on my birthday, on the following specific day. When we will mention any day, then we will use preposition on. And same, last one, in, preposition in. Preposition in can be used for the part of a day. For example, I take a lunch, I take breakfast in the morning, I get up early in the morning. He take a tea in the morning. He will come in December. I will spend my whole time with my family in winter. For example, decade, years and centuries. We also use preposition in. And at the end, student, I have given you a full chart of the usage of in, on, at. Now, as I told you my previous slide, and you can look at twice and you can get it easily. Repeatedly check this slide and then this one in and out, at, then you can get it easily that when and where we will use the preposition in, on and at. In can be used for the time, for the centuries, 18th centuries, for the decade, 80s, 70s, like for the years, in 1970, in 1980, in the month, month of July, in the month of May. For example, for the weeks, we also use in 2 weeks, in 3 weeks, or in 4 weeks. We will use preposition in. Now here, the next, for the more specific, we will use on May 7, 1964, on my birthday, on Friday, on weekend, and at. For the very specific, when we talk about the very specific, we use for the specific point at 7, and for the hours, especially for the hours, I will reach here 7 a.m. at 7 a.m. She will complete her task at 12 o'clock. She will take a tea at 5 p.m. The right side, you can get it. She lives in England. She lives in Islamabad city. She lives in her neighborhood. Now the next one, for the address, we also use on Oxford Street, on the corner, and same at for the 734 Oxford Street for the mentioned specific address, and for the store, a specific location. When store, building, library, bus stop, airport, when we will mention a specific point, we will use preposition at. At the end, student, you can look at here. Look it carefully. Now here I have given you a full complete chart for your understanding, that you can get it easily by the this chart, that where and when you use in and inside, on, at, near, under, over, and etc. I have given complete chart by which you can get it easily, you can understand it, and you can use it, all these prepositions in their proper places, and you can differentiate between the usage of preposition. At the end of my lecture, student, I have given you the summary of preposition, where I have divided into 5 categories in division of 5, where I have circled the usage of preposition. Look it carefully, try to understand, try to get it. Where you feel problem, you can check the previous slides, you can repeatedly check my lecture, and inshallah you will get it easily when we are in how to use the preposition. Thank you, and Allah Hafiz.